the latest Rise of the Triad, the version you will find on Steam, is a reboot of the original that was released back in 1994. I have never played the original, but if it's anything close to this reboot, I can see why people love this game. The original was released over and over for different platforms, and the only reason I could see for that to happen is that this game has a strong following. I personally have never been too keen on first-person shooter bullet hells, which is exactly what this is, with some platforming thrown in. But from my experience playing old-school shooters like Quake and Doom, it is easy to tell that these guys wanted to keep this game as close to early shooters as possible. How can you tell this, you might ask? Two things are dead giveaways here. These floating circular platforms that are pretty much everywhere, and the fact that the guns are accurate as hell and have no recoil. Any first-person shooter that wants to seem old, use retro graphics, and the recoil is the first thing to go. If there's one thing I wasn't expecting when I turned on this game, it was the cheesy opening that's done in comic book style. The voice acting here is a nice touch, although it's really just to add to the cheesiness of it. The only thing this opening serves to let you know is that there are 5 characters to pick from. Each are slightly different in their speed and endurance, so pick who you like. It doesn't really affect your ability to kill much, and you will be doing a lot of killing. Enemies in this game spawn literally out of nowhere. 1 second there's nothing on a platform, and the second you flip a switch, holy shit, there's a dude over there again. That got annoying real quick, I can tell you that much. For that matter, aren't these guys Nazis? This game is called Rise of the Triad. Where the hell are the Triad? But now that I think about it though, I don't think this game would have made it to the shelves if it was called Rise of the Nazis. But either way, it makes no difference because they're just there to be bullet sponges anywhere, and you have a ton of bullets. The first thing I noticed after jumping into this one is that your pistols and machine guns have unlimited ammo. I thought that was a little odd at first. I mean, why give you 2 guns with unlimited ammo when one is clearly superior to the other? They're both accurate as hell, and only one of them is rapid fire, and is the weapon you will be using for the most of the game. So I have 2 guns with unlimited ammo, because if you let any one of these little bastards get to you, they're pretty much going to teleport to you and snatch your shit right out of your hand until you're just stuck with your pistol. That's not the worst part, because logic would say, okay, I'm gonna kill that sumbitch and get my weapon back. But that didn't happen. You killed the sumbitch and the weapon's gone. Although that didn't bother me so much, because if you let anyone get close to you in this game too often, you're probably not gonna survive the onslaught of poorly animated guys that are behind him. Although you could probably melee every single one of them to death if you're smart enough, because the AI here is crappier than their animations. I don't think I've ever seen an AI all run around a corner in this much of a straight line. There was one thing that almost made the horrendous AI forgivable for me, and that was the gore. When you kill an enemy, their body instantly becomes a ragdoll, and their body parts become detachable. These detachable parts start pouring out blood like a bad horror movie. It's actually pretty funny to watch a torso just squirting out blood like a fire hose, with an arm sitting on the corner doing the exact same thing, all the while your character is insulting everything in sight, farting, and belching after every meal. I picked a girl character and she belched better than most men. I mean, listen to this shit. Who belches like that after eating oatmeal? There's something in that crap, man. That probably explains why it's on fire. If there is one thing I wish they left out of this game, it's the first-person platforming. I don't care how much of a throwback this is. Making a jump with imaginary feet is not fun. I wish they would have left this part out. Why was this ever a thing? The fact that the jumps are floaty as shit and your character slides when you land does not help this fact either. Rise of the Triad is definitely a throwback to old school shooters, and it's nice to see a first-person shooter that's not just put here to copy Call of Duty. However, this one is definitely not for me. Maybe if it had 5-player co-op, I could probably recommend this, but raining bullets on mindless enemies gets old real quick, and the platforming with the floaty movement system just about drove me up a wall. This game is for those that want a first-person shooter nostalgia trip. Those that love the old school style of these games. If you're that kind of person, go for it. Me, I'm gonna run far, far away from this one. And that's it for me, guys. My name's Dexter. Hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and have a good one. Peace!